Welcome to the Avenue's special monthly broadcast of August Haven Live. I'm Steve March Torme, and this is our monthly show dedicated to taking a deeper dive into an independent artist and their music. Our original concept was an on-location broadcast and performance at August Haven's Appleton location, where the community gathered to enjoy friends and music and all the finer things in life, as curated by August Haven. And we're looking forward to the time when we'll be together again at August Haven. Until then, we'll bring all the music and the interviews to you through the radio. So keep it tuned right here. We'll be with you until 7 p.m. And it's all made possible by August Haven. Today, our guest is Jamie Kent, the Nashville-based singer-songwriter whose music is a lively, passionate mix of roots rock, contemporary folk, and mature pop. So we first got to know Jamie through Mile of Music, and listeners here have wholeheartedly embraced him. We are thrilled to welcome him to an August Haven Live broadcast. Welcome back to the Avenue, young man.
Hey, Steve, it's great to be back.
Well, we've missed you. Normally we'd have a chance to catch up with you from the couch at Copper Rock as part of our live broadcast from Mile of Music, but 2020 hasn't exactly been what any of us expected. So anyway, tell us how you're doing, how you've been holding up in 2020.
Man, 2020 has been quite the year. Just every emotion that exists in the human spectrum, I'm pretty sure I've felt it this year, as I'm sure most fellow artists and you guys have just the same. It's been a year full of loss and fear, but also equal parts meditation and discovery and surprises. And I'm pretty sure I didn't expect to be where I am today at the start of this year, but I'm also pretty sure that it's exactly where I'm supposed to be.
And before COVID-19 was on our radar, Nashville took a huge hit from a tornado, a part of Nashville that is home to many musicians we know, as well as beloved venues like the Basement East were actually destroyed. I remember hearing the news and watching social media to see who marked themselves safe. How is Nashville recovering from that? Can you give us some sort of update?
Yeah, man, the tornado, March 3rd. God, what a year it's been. March 3rd, I was singing in a benefit show with about 15 other artists at the Basement East in Nashville, East Nashville specifically. We wrapped up the show. My old pal Slaheka and I went and grabbed a slice of pizza down the street at 5 Points. I got home and the tornado sirens went off. 45 minutes later, the Basement East was gone. So that's really been the start of all this, and it's kind of crazy to think that that is one of the smaller things that happened this year. But yeah, Nashville has been recovering well. It's really inspiring to be a part of this community that truly comes together in times of crisis and supports each other and lifts each other up. Right after the tornado happened, we were all coming together and hauling rubble and debris out of people's yards into the street, just trying to figure out how to move forward. Shortly after that, artists came together and raised money for nonprofits that were helping support it. And still to this day, that's happening. And you know what? The people of Appleton came together to help us, and that didn't go forgotten or unnoticed. Mile of Music and the music makers, you guys came together for a benefit show, and I think raised close to $7,000 that went to help out a group of families that lost their homes. And that's what happens when great communities like Nashville and Appleton come together to support each other. And despite how horrible that was, it also is inspiring to see the positive parts of humanity that can come out of disaster like that.
Well, we've been thinking of you all, and we're hoping that you come back stronger. We're speaking with Jamie Kent. I am SMT. This is August Haven Live, the virtual edition on 91.1 The Avenue. We're here until 7 p.m. with more interviews and music, including a performance set from Jamie in our 5 o'clock hour. Listeners can go to avenueradio.com and click on the contest tab for a chance to win a CD from Jamie Kent. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in our next break. August Haven is a supporting partner of The Avenue. Let's take a listen to something from Jamie Kent right now.
On the edge of
Here I wander with the wind, from the battle to the bottle, all that we lose then just to win. I see faces, they see numbers, I remember, they forget the things I've done for my country. Yes, some I'm proud of, and some I regret. And I'm trying to find a way to call this home again. Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to call this home again. I got my bed there, but I ain't sleeping. Some days I'm breaking, just trying to bend. They threw a party with yellow ribbons, all them strangers that I call friends. And I'm trying to find a way to call this home again. Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to call this home again. And I know I'll never be who I used to be. Too many scars, but only some you see. And I'm trying to find a way to call this home again. Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to call this home. And I'm trying to find a way to call this home again. Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to call this home.
Welcome back to the Avenue's special monthly broadcast of August Haven Live, the virtual edition. I'm SMT. Today I'm joined by Nashville singer-songwriter Jamie Kent. So fans in Northeast Wisconsin got their introduction to you at Mile of Music a couple of years back. You grew up in Northampton, Massachusetts, so give us a little background on how you actually got started. I understand that it involved trying to impress a girl. I also understand you're the first musician to try and do that. And then there's something about a mariachi band?
That's right. I grew up in a small town in western Massachusetts called Northampton. It's an amazing town, an amazing arts and music community. The Ninja Turtles were created there. Artists like Martin Sexton and Ray LaMontagne all live around there, and it's a great breeding ground for Americana music. So I grew up going to see great music, loving great music is infused in me, and it really had an impact on me at a young age. I dove into music actually through musical theater. Like you mentioned, I auditioned for the musical my freshman year because I thought there would be a lot of cute girls in it, and I got cast as the lead in Pippin as this 14-year-old goofball with braces, and I thought, oh my God, I might have to start taking this more seriously. So I started taking voice lessons and then guitar lessons and started writing songs, and I did have a high school talent show in which I was part of a mariachi band, and I had another band called the Manta Ray, and we played shows, and I knew that it was exactly what I needed to be doing for the rest of my life.
Now, is it correct that you knew you wanted a music career, but you didn't study music in college? You studied business instead?
Yes, that's right. I actually went to business school. and studied entrepreneurship, knowing that I wanted to manage my own career. I went to a place called Babson College, which is the best place for entrepreneurship in the country. And I went there over Berkeley because I knew that the music industry is a crazy one. If you don't know how to handle your business and think through things differently, then you can get eaten alive by it.
You have a very strong entrepreneurial streak, it seems, and early on you came up with the collective, which made being a full-time musician possible for you. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I definitely have had a strong entrepreneurial spirit from a young age, from starting a lemonade stand when I was 8 across the street from a farmer's market to getting a degree in it at Babson. And when I was a senior there, I did a research project on business strategies to exit a business. So you can go public, you can sell your company to somewhere else. And I thought, why aren't people talking about going co-op more, selling it back to your employees and lifting each other up that way? So I started researching it more and then started thinking about how can I apply that to the music business and how can I apply it to me wanting to be an artist full time. There's this catch-22 where artists never get to play full time because they always have to have a day job, so they never dive fully into it and it just holds them up. And so I started this thing called The Collective, where fans invested in my career from day one. They got free tickets to shows, music before everybody else, and most importantly, they got to vote on the major decisions that I made, what the album artwork should be, where I should tour, what the first single should be. That started there, and it really allowed me to dive into music full-time almost 10 years ago.
This is 91.1 The Avenue's August Haven Live broadcast, and I am Steve March Torme. Remember to go to avenueradio.com, click on the contest tab for a chance to win a CD from Jamie Kent. We'll be back with more interviews and live music until 7 p.m. August Haven is a supporting partner of The Avenue. Let's take a listen to something from Jamie's early career right now.
This change is killing me in only the ways I can see. An indecision is running through me in only the ways I can see. Ways I can see. Ways I can see. Will I fail before I find out what it takes? Before I give in to this fate? Oh, before it's too late. And will I know if this was my path all along? If this was the place I belong? Oh, before it's too late, yeah, yeah. For change is happening all around, so much that I can hardly tell. What's gone in what is left of me? What's gone in what is left of me? Another day I'm still around, so much lost and so much found. What's gone in what is left of me? What's gone in what is left of me? I have learned if you know what you want, you gotta take it. If you find what you love, you gotta make it. Oh, before it's too late. And the truth, something I've known from the start, something that don't be born. Oh, it's all that's left, all that's left of me. Change is happening all around, so much that I can hardly tell. What's gone in what is left of me? What's gone in what is left of me? Another day I'm still around, so much lost and so much found. What's gone in what is left of me? What's gone in what is left of me? More changes happening all around, so much that I can hardly tell. What's gone and what is left to me, gone and what is left to me. Another day I'm still around, so much lost and so much found. What's gone and what is left to me, what's gone and what is left to me. Changes happening all around, so much that I can hardly tell. What's gone and what is left to me, what's gone and what is left to me. Another day I'm still around, so much lost and so much found. What's gone and what is left to me, what's gone and what is left to me. And this change is thrilling me in only ways I can see.
This is Steve March Torme. You are listening to 91.1 The Avenue's special broadcast, August Haven Live, the virtual edition. And we are back with Jamie Kent. So in the last break, we talked about how you got your start. Your first album, Neoteny, came out in 2010, followed by Navigation in 2012, Embers and Ashes in 2015, and All American Mutt in 2016. So how do you think your style has evolved?
Gosh, yeah, my music has certainly evolved over the years. My early stuff is a bit more schizophrenic or exploratory, you might just say. When I was first getting going, I loved all sorts of music, and I just wanted to recreate all the music I loved. So there's some jazz, there's some soul, there's some funk, there's some country, there's some pop, everything pretty much. But as I got more serious, as I toured full time and really found my own voice and my own pen as a writer, I discovered that Americana, folk, country, that's really where my heart was and where my voice was. And that when I wrote that music, it resonated the most with fans, that people would come up to me after a show and talk to me about specific songs. And they were always those songs. And those songs were usually the most honest lyrically about myself and my life. So I thought, you know what, if this is what's resonating people, then this is what I'm going to do more of, because this is why I got into music, to hopefully affect people's lives in a positive way.
All American Mutt debuted at number 16 on the Billboard Top Country Album chart. Rolling Stone named you an artist you need to know. So it seems like things are rolling along quite well. Congratulations.
Yeah, man, it's been a wild ride, and All American Mutt charting at number 16. It was sitting right between Dolly Parton and Luke Bryan. Pretty sexy sandwich, if you ask me. And yeah, Rolling Stone has been really kind to me, and it's been a amazing journey, and really possible because of the support of fans. As an independent artist, not many people have that chance, and that's because my fans rallied behind wanting me to break into the Billboard charts, and that buzz carried on to Rolling Stone, and it's a privilege to be supported by people in that great way, and to have had that success as an independent artist.
Now, you've toured with Huey Lewis and the News. You've opened for Reba McEntire. What was that like? Any good stories, or shall I say any that you can share on the air?
Oh man, touring with Huey and opening for Reba, some of the best experiences of my entire life. I was lucky enough to tour with my boys, opening for Huey and the News for almost 3 summers, and gosh, they became kind of like family. The whole crew, they're still so close. We started with one show that we happened to fill in, and because we could be there that week, and Huey and his manager watched it, and we got invited onto the rest of the tour. And then by the end of it, they were coming out, the horn section was coming out and playing Sheila with us. And Huey played harmonica on Sheila on our album. And I guess I should tell you one pretty funny story. Since you asked, I think it was the second or third show we played with him. We were in Cape Cod, Massachusetts at this amazing venue there. And apparently it's a tradition that they do a lobster bake backstage for the artists every show, and they primarily a summer venue. So I show up, and I think I was still opening for him solo at that time, and I get there and I'm like, oh my God, lobster? I've been eating just the worst possible stuff ever backstage. And I get there, I walk up with my plate, and the caterer from the venue goes, oh, I'm sorry, sir, the openers actually don't get lobster. And at that moment, Huey walked over, looked at her, and said, "Give the kid lobster." So that was the start of a long, great relationship with Huey Lewis and the News. And I am so grateful for the opportunities that they provided us.
That's the voice of Jamie Kent. I'm SMT. You are listening to 91.1 The Avenue. Stick around. There's more August Haven Live, the virtual edition with Jamie Kent coming up, including a performance set at 5 p.m. Listeners can go to avenueradio.com and click on the contest tab for a chance to win a Jamie Kent CD. August Haven is a supporting partner of The Avenue. Now here's a song from Jamie Kent.
Cross my heart, hope to dust, a good needle in my eye. But no lie, no lie, I love you, Sheila, and I don't know why. Heads you win, tails I lose, damned if I don't and damned if I do. Oh my, I said I love you, Sheila, and I don't know why. Oh, crawl between the devil and the deep blue sea. Yeah, she loves tequila more than she loves me. Oh, and give that girl another shot. She'll give you a taste of what she's got. One more round, one more round. She knows how to slam 'em down. Another shooter, she's a star. She go dancing on top of the bar. Feel the burn, feel the burn. Come on, Sheila, it's your turn. Oh, call between the devil and the deep blue sea. Yeah, she loves tequila more than she loves me. More than she loves me. Whoa, caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. She loves tequila more than she loves me.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Avenue's special monthly broadcast of August Haven Live, the virtual edition. Now, if you're just joining us, you might know this is the time of the month that we would normally be gathered at August Haven to enjoy some live music and August Haven's famous hospitality. And like all of you, we've had to make some adjustments to our routine, but we're still able to gather around the radio for a visit with some very talented musicians, thanks to our friends at August Haven. And joining us today from Nashville, Jamie Kent. Here is Jamie Kent live in a concert recorded in 2019.
Hello, American Look. We got blue eyes and brunettes, rainbows and rednecks, but then we're in the land of the free. Not Scottish, Jewish, Christian and Buddhist, and that's just the branches of my family tree. Here I stand in these dreams, all kinds of love into this stream. The many dreams that have been chased, I wear them on my face. The sun and the clouds from which I'm cut, but just call me American love. We got Republicans and Democrats. They get along like dogs and cats. There's all kinds of crazy in my crowd. We got athletes, hippies, all somewhere within me. I may not be perfect, but I'm proud. Here I stand in these jeans. I can't love into this stream. With the many dreams that have been chased, I wear them on my face. There's so many clouds from which I'm good. Would just call me an American boy. We're all dreamers, outsiders, lovers and fighters. Prints made by every kind of shoe. We may not all agree on the colors that we see, but they all make up that red, white, and blue. So here we stand in these streets. I can't love this stream. With the many dreams that have been chased, I wear them on our face. There's so many clouds from which I'm good. We just call us American nuts. Yeah, we're all American nuts. Oh, I'm an all-American nut. Yeah, baby, I'm an all-American. Well, you came to town and everybody loved you. You came to town, reaching for the sky. You came to town and everybody loved you, except for the little piece of me that died. Except for the little piece of me that died. You show me a smile, see you fall forward, I never left. Look in your eyes, all of the sheep. What was you selling, girl, seen it before? I know you can, yeah, seen it before. I know you can. Well, you ain't the king of Indian Charlie, just the Prince of Pain. Yeah, you ain't the king of Indian Charlie, you're just the Prince of Pain. Yeah, you just the Prince of Pain. Oh! Met you before, in another lifetime, noticed your ways. Far too late, lost in the spirit. Call me the naked that I never make the same mistake. Yeah, I never make the same mistake. So call out the dogs, fox in the hen house. Tell me long before the harvest is gone. Call out the dogs, fox in the hen house. Unlock your doors and prove me wrong. Unlock your doors, prove me wrong. Yeah, you ain't the king of Indian Charlie, you're just the Prince of Pain. Well, you ain't the king of Indian Charlie, you're just the Prince of Pain. Yeah, you just the Prince of Pain. Oh, you just the Prince of Pain. Yeah, you just the Prince of Pain. Well, you're sitting with your whiskey, head buried in your phone, and you wonder why these days you spend so many nights alone. There's an open dance floor, a slow song being played, and there's a beauty in a blue dress, she's glancing your way. So look up, she's passing you by, and look up, trying to catch your eye. All the moments that you miss in the life you could be living, and all out there looking for love. So look up. Yeah, you got some friends from college. Oh, they're looking to get away. Could be breathing in a weekend at a frozen lake in Green Bay. But you're sitting at your desk, meeting another deadline. And that's one more gorgeous sunset that'll never color your sky. So look up, life's passing you by. Look up, it's trying to catch your eye. All the moments that you miss in the life you could be living. And this world's about more than just making a buck. So look up. You look up. She got an email today from Spotify saying that they're offering a free Google Mini in your home for Spotify users. It's like, first you're just going to take all my money, and then you're going to spy on me too, Spotify. Sign me up. All the moments that you're missing in the life you could be living. Never too late for new beginnings. Time to take this life in. Oh, there's all kinds of heaven surrounding us. If you look up, you look up. You look up. All right, I teased you with a special guest. No, I'm going to fulfill that special guest. He sings like an angel. There's maybe someone that spent more time in a band with Jason than me. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles from Baskerville. Hurry on, a good one seem to come from the dead. I may be broke, but I am not broken. Knock me down and I will be back again. Said I may be broke, but I am not broken. I may be broke, but I am not broken. Call me a coward, call me the man. I got the hustle, I got the plan. Know what I am, know what I'm not. Know what I want and I know what I got. Hearts for you, good ones seem to come from the dead. I may be broke, but I am not broken. Knock me down and I'll be back again. Said I may be broke, but I am not broken. I may be broke, but I am not broken. I got my heart and that's a good place to start. I got my mind most of the time. I got my wit which won't help me a bit. I got my love that just won't let me give up. Hearts for the good ones seem to come from the dead. I may be broke, but I am not broken. Knock me down and I will be back again. Said I may be broke, but I am not broken. I may be broke, but I am not broken. No, stop now. I got the scent and I can taste it. If it was easy, then I know. Oh, that everyone would make it. Make it, yeah. hit the road just to cover it. Thicken the skin, iron heart. I got the fire, I just need the spark. I'll spread a good one soon. Come from the day, yeah. I may be broke, but I am not broken. Knock me down and I will be back again. Said I may be broke, but I am not broken. Yeah. I may be broke, but I am not broken. I may be broke, but I am not broken. Well, hey there, Daisy, with sunlight smile. Shine your loving on me a while longer, till the clouds are gone. Well, I see a spark in your deep blue eyes. Follow that star, it'll steer you right. Always, it'll guide you. Oh, do you find your way? I'm gonna hold your place. I will keep you safe. Hey, little man, how quick you grow from an acorn to a mighty oak. I know, gotta let you go. Watched you rolling through the autumn leaves. Now you're standing on your own 2 feet. I hope you keep me close. Oh, do you find your way? I'm gonna hold your place. I will keep you safe. Oh, do you find your way? I'm gonna hold your place. I will keep you safe. I will keep you safe. Well, take me back when life was easy. Take me back, make me believe that every winding road will bring me home. Yeah, take me back to you and I, for nothing but a paradise. Tumbling round the rail, never fail. And when I close my eyes, and another life. Oh, as the time flies, oh, like the sunrise, oh, we still play like a paradise. And if I knew what I knew now, all the girls I'd taken and the chances I'd take, I'd have had it made. lessons learned. And on goes my head. Oh, as the time flies, oh, like the sunrise, oh, we still carry like a paradise. Show me the good life, show me the good times, oh, we still play like a paradise. We got the life we always want, not the world they always promise. Paths and the pain, but it's got. Oh, as the time flies, oh, like the sunrise, oh, we still play like paradise. Show me the good life, show me the good times, oh, we still play like paradise. Oh, we still play like a paradise. All right. Another cool thing with that song too is that we recorded it. Maybe one of those other 3 times was live for 91.1 at Gibson in their. We did a video and a recording of it, and we donated that recording of it also to their sampler CD that is a fundraiser for the holidays as well. So that's going to be on there. Maybe it's already out, and I'm not aware, but it's coming or it's out. One of those two. And if either way, you should support that as well, because you guys have an amazing radio station here in 91. We appreciate those support, so please support them. Looking free for a house on the ocean, but today I'm just hoping that you stay right, make a home with me. Though it seems we're hard up for money, but at least we've got each other, 2 broke lovers, banking on a bigger dream. Oh, and one of these days I'm gonna buy you a diamond. One of these days I'm gonna buy you a diamond. But until then, well, I will be a girl's best friend. The boots that you got your eye on in the blues, jeans you wanna try on someday, baby. I'll give you everything you want. But the clothes won't cover you, the kisses and the shoes. No, don't scrub the dishes or blow you on the dance floor every time they play our song. Oh, and one of these days I'm gonna buy you a diamond. One of these days I'm gonna buy you a diamond. Until then, well, I will be a girl's best friend. buy you a diamond. One of these days I'm gonna buy you a diamond. Until then, when I will be a girl's best friend. Hey! 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 All right, Appleton. You showed me what you got for my opener. You sang with him. You better sing louder with me. You ready? Appleton, are you ready to sing with me?
I'm Steve March Torme. We are back with Jamie Kent for our final hour of this August Haven Live broadcast. So we talked about how you got started. What lies ahead? What projects have you been able to work on? You got any new music coming up?
So I feel like one of the silver linings of 2020 is that it's certainly given artists like myself a bunch more time to create. And I've tried to take full advantage of that. And I've got a full new record on the way for 2021, produced by the incredible Marty Fredrickson. He's done songs with Carrie Underwood, Ozzy Osbourne, Motley Crue. He produced a couple of Aerosmith hit records. He was the singer of the band Stillwater in the movie Almost Famous. He is amazing, and I am blessed to get to work with him. It actually kind of fusing a lot of what we talked about today. His band randomly covered my old song Broke Not Broken, and that's how we met a few years ago, and we just stayed in touch. We wrote one song then, and then this year happened, and we were suddenly like, hey, we both have a lot more time. We're not on the road. Let's make a record together. So we wrote all the songs together. We produced them remotely between our two studios, and it's kind of the rock and roll record I've always wanted to make. So get ready, Appleton.
You're somebody who's toured a lot. How has 2020 changed how you will approach the coming years? Or what has it done to your business model, per se?
Yeah, I've most definitely been a road dog my whole career, and it's, defined a lot of what I've done. And 2020 has changed a lot of that. And I think for better and for worse all at once. I miss the road terribly. I also have really loved this time to lean into some of the things that I do on the advocacy side and entrepreneurial side to really pursue that and give it the time that I've never been able to give it before. And I've loved doing that at the same time. So I think coming out of this year, I will have figured out a better balance. In the past, I think I spent too much time on the road, and it didn't allow me to pursue some of the things that I really wanted to pursue through my voice. And now I've kind of discovered those things. I want to keep those things going, and I want to go back and play Appleton again, and my hometown of Northampton again, and Nashville again. So I think I will always tour, always create music, always play because it's my heart. But I will be more focused with it moving forward, and more focused in how I utilize my voice and my art to hopefully make a difference in this world through advocacy as well.
And how do you see this affecting you on the road when you can get back out there?
I try to always look at things from a positive mindset, but I genuinely think we're probably not looking at truly getting back on the road and having tours like we were used to for another year, maybe next fall. And I don't know if things will ever be the same. They might be, but it might take a lot longer to get back to the way they were. I think we're looking at a new normal from how people have to congregate and experience music, through masks and social distancing. And that definitely affects the concert experience, in my opinion. It's a sacred one, and you know me, I'm very personable. The big reason I do this is to connect with people and to talk to people and to share this experience. And if that can't happen, then do you wait until it can happen again, or do you redefine it? And these are all questions that I've been simmering on a lot this year, and I don't think I have answers yet, but I'm certainly thinking about them a lot and thinking about how we make the best of this new normal and redefine things to continue to be special.
That's the voice of Jamie Kent. I'm Steve March Torme, and you are listening to August Haven Live, the virtual edition on 91.1 The Avenue. Remember to go to avenueradio.com and click on the contest tab for a chance to win a Jamie Kent CD. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in the next break. August Haven is a supporting partner of The Avenue. Now here's a song from Jamie Kent.
Dear lovers lost, well, I just called to say I'd be there soon. But you're long gone, 'cause I have said those words on too many a moon. But this is not the case, it's not the case I plan to present to you. And it has no place, even if it's true. Because I lost you. The one that got away. If you can hear me now, I'd just like to say the happiest I've been, oh, was in your arms all over again. But this is the case, it is the case I plan to present to you. But it still has no place, even if it's true. Because I lost you. But this is not the case, it's not the case I plan to present to you. And it still has no place, oh, it has no place, even if it's true. All because I lost you. Yeah, I lost you. Oh, I lost
You are listening to The Avenue's monthly broadcast of August Haven Live, the virtual edition. I'm Steve March Torme. We're speaking with Jamie Kent, Nashville-based singer-songwriter. So, Jamie, you've been a very good friend of The Avenue. You performed shows for the benefit of this station. You've appeared on our compilation albums. Heck, your mom has even been a donor. We know you to be very talented and generous, and we're not alone. Recently, Nashville Lifestyles magazine recognized you as one of the city's most fascinating people. So come on, you got to tell us about that.
Gosh, yeah, that is definitely one of the crazier honors I've ever had. When I opened up the magazine and saw myself sitting next to Taylor Swift, uh, and as fascinating people from Nashville, I was humbled and probably did an embarrassing dance around the house that only my wife will ever know about. Honestly, I've always just thought of myself as a weirdo, but if y'all want to call me fascinating instead, I will certainly take it. But really, it was an honor to be featured alongside some of my heroes and people that inspire me every single day.
The article cites some of the causes you've supported, like People Supporting Artists, a nonprofit created to facilitate relief for musicians during the COVID-19 crisis, and Musicians for a Smoke-Free Nashville. So you're quite an ambassador for Nashville.
Yeah, like I said before, the silver lining of this whole pandemic has been more time available to create and chase down ideas and passions that I've always wanted to. Right when this all happened and I was watching all my friends cancel tours and be out of work, I came together with an amazing group of people, and we launched People Supporting Artists and did a massive telethon to raise money for Music Cares and their COVID-19 relief. It was a 4-hour telethon. We had artists like Los Lobos, Roseanne Cash, Keb Mo, and we raised a bunch of money to support our friends, which was killer. And then through that, I also met these folks at the American Non-Smokers' Rights Foundation, and we got talking, and they discovered that non-smoking rights have been a passion of mine for a long time. My aunt passed away from a lifetime of smoking. I've had asthma and battled that on the road playing in smoking bars. And they're like, hey, we're looking for someone to take the lead in Nashville because Tennessee still allows that to happen. And I thought, you know what? There's no time like the present. This is really important to me. And so I launched this coalition, Musicians for a Smoke-Free Nashville, and brought together friends around this. The momentum has been building like crazy. We signed on the Titans and the Predators and the Ryman Auditorium and the Grand Ole Opry, and we're just getting started. We've got some real change coming in 2021, and I couldn't be more excited about it. So yeah, I'm no Vince Gill, but I'm excited to be an ambassador of my little part in Nashville, at least.
Now, the last time you were at Mile of Music, you performed yourself. But as I recall, you also presented the new Nashville Review showcasing other talent. And this has become another facet of your entrepreneurial drive. So tell us about that.
Yeah, for those that have come to know me well in Appleton, you know that I love wearing a lot of hats. And one of them is putting on concerts, curating concerts, and creating really cool experiences for people. The new Nashville experience started a bunch of years back at South by Southwest in Austin, where I had a crazy idea to rent a riverboat and showcase some of my favorite friends from Nashville on it during this big festival. That blew up in all the best ways. We had 10,000 RSVPs for 150 spots on the boat. We've been doing that every year since, and as that's grown, I started thinking, how can I take this idea of great talent from Nashville and bring it to other places that would love that? Mile of Music was immediately top of the list of Appleton is the greatest music fans in the country. Mile of Music has a ton of Nashville artists. Let's put this stage on there. And Dave and Ian and Taylor jumped on the idea, and we curated it together at the Spat stage with our friends at Uomo de Pace. And gosh, that was so much fun. We were going to do it again this year. That's on hold, as you know. But I can't wait for festivals to be back, for Mile of Music to be back, to do that again. Last year, we also launched the Tiny House Listening Lounge as a separate experience, and that was an amazing first year, and that will be back as well as soon as Mile's back, as soon as music is back. I can't wait.
You are listening to 91.1 The Avenue's August Haven Live broadcast, the virtual edition with special guest Jamie Kent. I'm SMT. Stick around. We've got more August Haven Live coming up. Remember to go to avenueradio.com and click on the contest tab for a chance to win a Jamie Kent CD. August Haven is a supporting partner of The Avenue. Now here's something from Jamie Kent.
Tonight's the night we wait for all week. Cruise control set straight for the beach. I'll bring the music, you bring the fuel. Tonight we break all of the room. We come together, kings of the night, bruised and confused, we fight, fight, fight. We come together, kings of the night, we are bonfire. Waking awake, smoky and clueless. There's no regret when nothing is foolish. Last night were embers, today we're ashes. Counting the days till the next spark catches. We come together, kings of the night, bruised and confused, we fight, fight, fight. We come together, kings of the night, we are on fire. We burn this light, we live this light. We burn this light, we love this light. We burn this light, we love this light. We are. Oh, we are. We come together, it's on the night, bruised and confused, we fight, fight, fight. We come together, it's on the night, we are. Oh, we come together, it's on the night, bruised and confused, we fight, fight, fight. We come together, kings of the night, we are.
You are listening to 91.1 The Avenue. I'm Steve March Torme, and this has been our special broadcast, August Haven Live, the virtual edition. We're back one last time with Jamie Kent. So, of course, we missed seeing you this year. We've kept up with you on social media, and earlier this fall, you released Alone, a ballad that is an anthem, I think, for the times. And the video for the song is especially touching. So tell us about that and creating the video for your fans.
Yeah, so my latest single, Alone, is the first song from that new album I mentioned before, produced by Marty Fredrickson. It's the last song we wrote together. We wrote it during quarantine via Zoom. We produced it. I recorded the guitar vocals at my house, sent it to him. He built everything around it. And we wanted it to kind of be a pandemic love song, something that looked at the silver linings and said, hey, you know what, this has been a crappy year, but there's some amazing moments that shouldn't get lost. There have been weddings, there have been engagements, anniversaries, babies' first steps, and all these things were coming to my mind. And I thought I'd love to see those moments from fans. So we put out a call and said, hey, if you've had a moment of love during quarantine, a silver lining moment, share it with us. And we got flooded with photos, and they were amazing. They were those engagements and anniversaries and weddings. And it just came together in a way that was so special. And Marty's son, Evan, is also a great video editor. So he took all the photos and put them in an order that just told the story in such a meaningful way. And I think it's almost like a Reese's peanut butter cup. You have the song, you have the video, but together they created something more special that, to me, told the story of what we were really trying to do with it.
Thanks for joining us, Jamie. We want to thank everyone for tuning in. And thank you to our sponsor, August Haven. August Haven has created this unique event, which will continue in person as usual once it's safe to do so again. Thanks to everyone at August Haven for their support of both the Avenue and the musicians that we feature in these broadcasts. During these times, it means more than ever. August Haven is a supporting partner of the Avenue. Now, here's Jamie Kent.
Them big old clouds are rolling like worries in the wind. That sun ain't showing its face, and I don't know when. Ain't opened up for business, ain't picking up the phone. The truth is, I'd rather be alone. With you, everything is new and blue. Has a different view. The world might be ending, I ain't got a clue. I'd rather be alone with you. And the moment slow and steady, like hands upon the clock. You find what really matters when you're forced to stop. One step from the chaos, healing in this home. The truth is, I'd rather be alone with you. Everything is new. In blue is a different view. The world might be ending, I ain't got a clue. I'd rather be alone with you. 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 Our castle, the kingdom where we reign. A half-acre, love-maker, blue-collar king. Rolling in my riches, sitting in my throne. Ain't life grand here alone with you? Everything is new. In blue is a different view. The world might be ending, I ain't got a clue. I'd rather be alone with you. Oh, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be alone with you.